Hi everyone, welcome to GAMTpedia. This is part 2 of the 6-part series on how to create a GAMT. This video picks up right where the previous part left off. So if you haven't watched the previous part, I would encourage you guys to have a look at that before proceeding further. When you read and understood the topic, you generate the keywords. How will I know that this keyword will fit into this particular template? The answer is you don't know. So that's why you need 4 or 5 templates to begin with, and this is to make your job easier. So what this will do is it allow you to quickly go in between templates when you feel that your given set of keywords is not fitting into one type of template. I'll give you an example. So let's say you end up with the keywords of C, D, S, M, T, U, V, X, and Y, right? So how many keywords is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we'll have one more, which is U. And so what else have we done here? It's okay. Let's say these are the keywords. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So there are 11 keywords here. So I want to fit these 11 keywords into a GAMT, right? So let's say we selected these 2 templates. So we selected a cycle and a bus, right? Now, the other important point to remember here is that templates doesn't have to be related to the topic. When I started doing the GAMT, this I'm talking about 24 years ago, I assumed that if I'm reading about the brain, the GAMT has to resemble brain in some way. If I'm reading about another disease, say for example malaria, my GAMT has to contain mosquito. But actually it's not the case. The GAMT, the template can be totally unrelated to the topic that you're reading. The reason is you're not going to just draw the GAMT and forget about it, right? So you're going to associate a lot of information into the GAMT, and you're going to recall the GAMT multiple times. What happens then is, as time goes by, you'll automatically associate the topic with the GAMT that you generated. And believe me, it's not going to be a difficult process at all. It just becomes very automatic and becomes very easy. So it's important to understand that you select a GAMT that you're comfortable with and doesn't have to be directly related to the topic. Now, at the start, if it makes it easier for you, please go ahead and select a template that's kind of related to your topic in some way, shape, or form. But as you gain more experience, you will find that it's no longer necessary. Okay. Now let's try to fit this keywords into this GAMT, into this template, and then you'll know what I'm talking about, right? So let's say C. Okay. So let's say the top of this vehicle, that resembles C, yeah, okay. So next one to D, the outline of the bus, actually no, the outline of the bus doesn't resemble C, so I'm going to go somewhere else. So maybe the front mirror of the bus or the driver's mirror, that resembles D, then you need the S. So I don't have a floor here, so I'm going to add a row, which is very wavy, so I'm going to use it for S. Now next is M, the light coming out of the headlight, this resembles the letter M, right, okay. So that's letter M. And then you have, what else you have? Sorry, you need T. So where do I find T? So let's say this is bus. Let's say it's a bus. It's an ambulance, maybe. Doesn't look like an ambulance though. But maybe let's say this is the Red Cross bus. Okay, right. You got M. Then you need to get the U. So where do we get the U? So we can put one U here. Okay, or maybe this whole, so this can be U. Okay, that's good. For the U, we need to get a V. V can be tricky, so you just need to change the design of the bus a little bit. And you can take this off and you kind of create bus with a bit of design. Okay, and that's U. And you need to create X, so we can assume that the windows are all kind of tainted and you can't see anything happening inside. So that's X. You're going to have Y. There is no Y here, obviously. You need to have U and A. So how do you create Y? So the Y can be the axis of the wheel, that's Y. And yeah, we did M. What about U? So this can be, okay, the whole, so what do we do with the other U? So we chose this as a U, right? So okay, this is one U, this is another U, okay? All right, so another U. And then you have the A. So we can maybe put another small partition on top. There you go. Right. Okay, that's A. Now, what you'll notice here is that almost all the keywords into this template is very good, but the problem is I still have this wheel that I can't fit anything in. I have this wheel that doesn't represent for anything. So you cannot have that. So your GAMT should be complete. There should not be any redundancies in the GAMT. So which means you just need to figure out how to either take this out, or the other option is find 2 more keywords that can fit into this GAMT. Okay, now you can do one of the 2 things. What I might try to do is see if I can fit in any of more keywords. So is there a U, or I can change the design of the bus. Let's see what I can do. So I'm going to see if you can change the design of the bus. So okay, so instead of this, I'm taking the headlight off. So this becomes M, and I got the A. Sorry, I got the A already, and I want to take that off, which is for your hand. So I'm going to use it here. So instead of a circle, the wheel is going to be like this. Okay. Are we missing anything else? You have 2 U's, right? We need 2 U's. Okay, so this can be the second U, right? And C. Okay. Let's go back and check again if this fits. So C, this is the C. D, this is the D. Okay. S is the, where is the S? M, where is the M? So this outline of this bus is the M. Okay. T is the windows, that are T. U is this one. V is the design in the middle. X is the windows. Oh, the T is here, sorry. Previously told T is this one, actually this is the T. And then you have Y, that is still pending. Okay, so let's come back to another U, which is this one. And then you have the A, which is the top of the... So the only thing that's missing is Y. So you can actually do something like this, which is the steering wheel for the driver. There you go. So actually, so happened, I can fit all these keywords into this GAMT. So the final image will look something like this. Yeah, steering here. And then all the windows are actually blinded, you can't see anything inside. This is a Red Cross bus, and then you have thing on top, rails on the top, and then going to a really bumpy road. Okay, and then the bus has a design in the middle. Okay, there you go. That's the GAMT for this set of keywords, right? So if you think about it, I couldn't, without the template, it will be impossible for me to come out with this design, right? Now, sometimes what will happen is you can't fit all these keywords in a template. Let's try the cycle here, right? So, okay, what I'm going to do, so let's try the cycle for the same keywords. Let's copy this keywords first. And I'm going to paste it nearby, so duplicate, I'm going to paste it here. Okay, so let's try the same exercise that we did for the cycle. Okay, and let's see if we can fit in all the GAMTs. Maybe I'll choose a different color this time just to make it easier. Okay, so let's say C. So which is C, let's say the handlebar. Increase the thickness. So there's the handlebar, C, okay. And then the seat, so obviously easy target for D. And then you have S, making the floor comes in handy all the time. So you can have an S. You have an M, cycle chain, it's very easy, target for M. And then you have T, now this is very easy. Cycle, so that's T, and then you have U, which is, I know there are 2 U's, there's one U here on the top, the other U can be the bottom. Okay, so you have U, and we need V. This thing here can become V, this part of the thing, and then you have X actually, so this can be X actually, sorry. So we don't have V yet. And let's come back to the V in a minute. So the, you know, the 2 spikes, so this has a spiky thing for the cycle 1, that can be the V. And you need Y, so you can say this as one Y pedal. Okay, so you need a U and a A. So you can do this as a nozzle here, that's an A. What about U? The U is, which is the U, so you can get this half of the cycle as U. I don't know what you're going to do with the other half. Okay, now what has happened here, now I'm intentionally doing it, I might try to fit in a little bit more and try to adjust it, but the point I'm trying to make here is, even with this template, you cannot fit in all the keywords. What's happening is you're actually, you almost completed the cycle, but this part doesn't indicate anything. The top half of the cycle of the back wheel doesn't indicate anything. So without these, the cycle won't be complete. So you cannot have a GAMT with gaps in the GAMT. There cannot be any redundancies in the GAMT. That's a very important concept. We're going to discuss that in a minute again anyway. But what I'm telling you here is that template makes it much more easier for you to fit in the GAMT. So you work around the templates, so it's not that difficult. You can modify a few things. You probably know lots more about cycles than me. You can say, listen, oh no, I have seen actually a cycle with only half wheel broken. So if that's strong in your memory, you can use it as a GAMT to actually complete the image. But it has to be relevant, it has to be complete, it has to make sense to you in a way, okay? For this given set of keywords, what has happened is this template seemed to fit in nicely, and you get a very neat image. This is kind of memorable, and it's easy to recall. But this template doesn't really fit in. So you probably have to get 3 or 4 templates when you start reading a topic, and if one doesn't fit, you obviously move to the next one, so on till you get a final template which kind of fits into your final GAMT. Okay, hope it makes sense. So this is a selection of template. So this completes part 2 of this 6-part series. I created a playlist, so if you have the autoplay on, it should automatically take you to the next video, and I'll see you in the next one. So learn it, GAMT it.